That was a slow burn. We had some black screen there for a little bit. I'm like, oh, we already got canceled. I invite Pete once and we get shut down. Good morning. It is Monday, April 13th. We are 90 days out from July 12th. Your DTD2 shifted for the week. Had some confusion last week with one of our agents who just landed, and they're like, hey, it's been the same thing for like 3 days in a row. And I'm like, no, it rotates on a weekly basis. So for those of you playing at home, for the quiz later, it rotates once a week, and it goes 2 initials every week for 13 weeks of the quarter. 13 times 2, 26, the alphabet. Gets you through. That's the point of that. So DTD2, do the database 2. You are calling your B's and E's. You're texting your U's this week. And we make a seismic change in the calendar this week. The schedule is going to look a little bit different. The activity is the same. It's just been rebranded. We've got a brand new course that starts today. We're going to be teaching this on Mondays on a rotating cadence for the next 5 weeks. It's called Breakthrough 120. What's that, Tim? I'm so glad you asked. So we're going to have this class in Portsmouth and on the Zooms. Just click the link, and it's called Breakthrough 120. The promise is, or the challenge is, or the question for you is, would you like 9 more pieces of business? So the classes, just to retune you if you're a veteran agent and you know all the things. That was sarcasm, a little backhanded, because we never know all the things. Or if you just landed and you're like I'd love to know where the things are. We're going to take you through database today. That's 9 to 12 today in Portsmouth and on the Zooms. It'll be a hybrid thing. If you're at home, you can ask questions. If you're here in the studio audience, we'll have the mic pass so you can ask questions. You're doing the beautiful. Are you doing the math?
Doing the math. That's over $90,000 if you take this class.
It's not awful. So here's the question. If you just finished Bold, and I know almost everyone, because somebody out there is perfect. I can see you. Someone finished Bold and they said, oh, thank God that's over. Just like a lot of you started Bold and you knocked on my door and you're like, this is a lot. It's actually what we're supposed to be doing. I'm going to leave that right there for you to think about. So now that Vishay has flown back to Houston and or New Orleans, wherever she is, and the dust is settled on Bold, and you're like, okay, I don't have to report to my team on it. We were looking for something to keep the momentum going. And God bless Jason Abrams. He delivered this in Atlanta at Family Reunion. And I'm like, oh, I will start this on the heels of graduation of Bold, and then we'll just keep things going. So we're going to deliver this class, different classes. There are 5 rotating classes. So if you took Ann Flanagan's licensing class, you know you can sort of jump in and just pick up wherever she is and then wrap up as you go. It's almost like a tournament. It's almost like May 20th at the Outlook. You might start on hole 7 and you just have to go all the way around till you get to 6 and then you're done. Same. So we're going to start with database today. We're going to continue for the next 5 Mondays to teach this class between the 9 to 12 hour. Once you've gone through the 5 classes, what you'll notice is there's something else going on today at 9 o'clock. We call it the Breakthrough Club. Fight Club is no more. There were no injuries or arrests. We've just rebranded it to make sure it all makes sense. That's your space to go do the damn thing. So you can be in there from 9 to 12 Monday through Friday. And when you're taking the class and getting edumacated, and then you're actually using the lead gen time to talk to your humans to find out who needs your help over the course of 120 days, there's the number, or 4 months, Jason Abrams is saying best practices are going to get you 9 more agreements. Now, I don't know a single person, because you're thinking, well, Tim, not every agent needs 9 more deals. Look at the successful agents at 463. Look at the successful agents in Hollywood, California. They would all want 9 more deals. And there's not a mindset of like capacity, like, oh, I couldn't possibly bring on 9 more deals. That's where we talk about scale. That's where we talk about leverage. And we're going to talk about all that stuff in this class. You're going to get a little bit of a taste of the business planning clinic punched into this as we go through the weeks as well. But join us today. Databases today. We're live in Portsmouth and on the Zooms. It'll be a hybrid class every Monday for the next 5 Mondays. Then we'll take a few Mondays off, and then we'll jump back in and we'll do the 5 classes again. This is what will always be there for you, the Breakthrough Club. Your chance to go in and do the next right thing to make sure your face is talking to enough people, to have enough conversations, to earn enough trust, to help them move through their real estate concerns, questions, comments, because they need our help. And absent us stepping in and doing the next right thing and making sure that we're connecting with our people, they're going to be left in the hands of somebody less capable. I'm not going to say better. I won't say worse or better. I'm just going to say less capable. We stand on the fact that we have a lot of education here You guys are tuned up better than most. And I think if you're just landing at KW and you're maybe, and I know a lot of our growing agents are coming out of Bold, you're going to be jumping into Breakthrough. Tuesdays, you're meeting with Brittany, and you're still maybe in your 120-day window with the pathway to success. Then Wednesday, oh, that's right, contracts every Wednesday, because we have to make sure that we're always attending to the practice of real estate. And we've been entrusted with this paperwork by the governors who run the states in which we work. And then Thursday, I don't know, go knock on doors or come back in here and do more lead gen. If you notice down by the Shark Tank, Pedro, we put in all those tables outside the it looks like we've joked as a staff, we've joked, although it's beautiful. It looks like the Apple Store. So come in and think differently and do something there. If we're not in the training room, that's just one big room that you can sit and do lead gen in. So we are getting the momentum back, and we're getting the feeling back of people being in here before 12. As I've always said, I want this place to feel like a library. I want, people to be sitting down and doing their work. After 12 o'clock, go get lunch. After 12 o'clock, go on your appointments. And if you don't have appointments after 12 o'clock, maybe talk to more people. So I'm excited for all of this. This gets started today, 9 o'clock today, Breakthrough 120, the class in Portsmouth and on the Zooms. And of course, Breakthrough Club, if you're going to jump right into lead generation. I trust most of you are probably going to come to the class because you're like, what's this all about? And we'll find out together. Although I've seen the material, so you'll find out with me. If you're doing your lead gen, that's happening with the Breakthrough Club. Then, of course, at 12 o'clock today, midday protocol. And this is the three moving parts. I'll brag on our market center a little bit. We were at family reunion, and I was in the room with Jason Abrams when he was telling us about this class we were going to launch called Breakthrough 120. And I had a lot of other coaches sitting around me, and they're like, oh, okay, so I got to start doing some sort of a power hour. Oh, and then I've got to figure out something after that to hold them accountable. The blessing is we've had all these moving parts. We just rebranded them. So the fact that we already had Fight Club and now it's Breakthrough Club, the fact that we've had the midday protocol now in its second year, we just needed to squish them together, and that's why we moved it from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock a few weeks ago. At 12 o'clock, you come in, and I'm just going to ask you those three questions. We're going to do it right in the lead gen room. So you'll see me popping in there at 12 o'clock to ask you how many conversations or interactions did you have? How many appointments have you set? And then beyond that, how many agreements have you signed? If you're looking at those three lead indicators on a regular basis and you're tracking numbers, and even if you're tracking zeros, just be honest with yourself. You're going to know what's coming down the pipe for your business. I think James Shaw said you either have a pile of business or you have a pipeline of business. So this is our chance to get our house in order. At 1 o'clock today, Culture Committee is meeting for Red Day. You can register for that conversation if you want to be a red shirt member of the ALC and get involved with Red Day. That's happening today at 1 o'clock. That's in the morning news. And at 1:30, Ask the Broker. He's back from vacation. The Jason Westcott will join you at 1:30, kellertv.com. You can ask questions. You can talk to him about stuff that came up over the weekend. If you're confused, you can ask him anything at this point. What I will tell you, you can also ask him a lot of things during contracts on Wednesday. So please don't use his Monday time or his Friday time in lieu of his Wednesday time. Make sure you're attending whenever your face needs to, but don't miss contracts because you can always talk to him Monday. That's probably not a best practice. Just a thought from your friend. At 2:30, take your business to the next level with our regional tech trainer, Maggie McDowell. You can register for that conversation in the morning news. And then at 3 o'clock, the Tiffany Hampton takes us through the conversation for 25 and 26. Another question. Would you like 25 pieces of business in 2026? She, again, it's almost become exhaustive. She was once again voted MAP's #1 coach. And you have access to her because she's a member of our market center, and she has a program that she was running, which normally would cost you, the individual agent, money. But Nathan W. Dickey is like, I'll take care of that. So she's available to us, and she is a massive talent. So that conversation is there for you too. I want people to understand we've got all these things going on. Well, there's Brittany, and then there's Maggie, and then there's Tiffany, and then there's Breakthrough with Timmy, and all these things on the calendar. All of those are tools. And they're going to be different tools for different people, systems and tools and models. You have to figure out what your face is doing on a regular basis, figure out the tool that makes sense for you, that speaks to you, that invokes joy for you, that you're willing to do it, and then take that and run with it. There are no bad options on the menu here at KWCLM. We don't load it with fat. I'm not trying to shove stuff in so the calendar looks full. That's a fool's errand. Just understand, if you think you don't have what you need, just raise your hand. I promise you we have the tools, and if we don't, we're working on them. This is another new program, Breakthrough 120. Gary and Nate are always looking for your best interest and making sure the tools are in front of you. So if you're curious about today's class, jump in. If by 9:27 you hate it, you're free to leave. And if at 9:25 you're leaving because you hate my face, I can't. This is what she gave me. That's all I got. It's what baby Jesus gave me. So just come join us. Ignore the chef, eat the food, and then implement. And I trust moving forward, you're going to make a difference in your business. Because if right now you're underwhelmed by what's going on in your business, maybe there's something you should plug in. And this could be that. So let's consider that at the very least. Pedro's been so patient. You jumped in on a day where I had to re-explain the menu, sir. So I apologize. For you, Pedro, answer me this. What's the opportunity right now that you're seeing in real estate that some people might be missing out on?
I think it starts with your class on Monday. I don't think people are executing on their database and filling their pipeline and having the conversations at a high level. I think once you start focusing on your pipeline and doing the work and not worrying about the next closing, they all start funneling out, and it's doing the right work, not the shiny. Over the weekend I got 3 people reaching out saying, "Hey, we'll sell you some leads." You know what I mean? And like that's easy, but it's not doesn't maintain.
Mhm.
Learn to fish. You know what I mean? Like the fact that we have all you that have done this for so long, Tiffany, Brittany's program. Like when I started 11 years ago, we didn't have all those things in place. It's amazing, and that the fact that we're already paying for it. It's included. It's not free classes. It's classes that we're already paying for.
Right.
And this isn't complaining, but the residential agents have all this to the access to. The commercial we have to outsource. Whether it's through KW Commercial, whether it's through CCIM, Cybor, and all that. The residential agents have this all in house, right at their fingertips. It's and the fact that you guys are adapting to changing markets, the fact that you guys are adapting to bringing new breath into the classes, it's foolish not to attend these, and not just attend them and extract the information out of them and come up with a game plan.
Yeah. Well, if I'm being honest, and I'll be honest, the initial presentation was that this is getting delivered in the first week of the month straight through. That I was going to teach all 5 classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here was my concern. And if you were paying attention, I appreciate that you were. When we deliver Ignite, we don't go Monday through Friday. That also is supposed to be 20 sessions in 1 month. We've always made it 2 months because I give you Tuesday and Thursday to take a deep breath and implement. So I thought to myself, I was having a team meeting, maybe we do this every Monday and give people a week to get database under their skin. And then we do session 2, and then we do session 3. So have we slowed it down a little bit? Yes, in the effort to make sure that we're not having it all crammed into 1 week, because my concern was as agents join the Market Center, every Monday there'll be another learning opportunity on a regular basis. And then the implementation is the important part. And I think that's, to your point, Pedro, about, it is the unsexiest part of what we do. Like the lead gen in the morning, nobody talks about. There's no show on HGTV. And until it becomes something that you just know that needs to happen, and it becomes a fast twitch muscle. And like I said earlier, figure out, we're going to talk about this today, like what are your core 4 things? Everybody has their one sharp arrow in their quiver. They're like, when I do this, it always leads me in the right direction. And then we have changes. And I know it feels like it was yesterday, and then it feels like it was 30 years ago. But 6 years ago, when everything changed, people that were networkers couldn't go network. And it's not because you couldn't put on a beekeeper's hat and a hazmat suit. It's because things weren't happening. Everybody shut all their things down. And you had to look and be like, okay, what are the things that I can do now? So I think we need to figure out, and KW gives us a cheat code. We have the national average on what people think is most effective. It's your sphere of influence, which is important, not your sphere of influence, right? Because those are 2 different things. events, social media, and open houses. And events, you could say, well, I'm just going to go to this board meeting. That could be an event. An event doesn't need to be cost prohibitive either. I think people picture, oh my God, well, I got to get a DJ and there needs to be an open bar. They don't need to be crazy. It could be something that's happening in your area where you could just be involved. But if we're not leaning into those things where there's going to be a ton of people there and reminding people what we do to help them on a regular basis, we'll be a secret agent. And you and I both know what the salary is for that. It's not good.
Might as well go to Kohl's.
Yeah, go to Kohl's. Tell Mittens we said hello, and she looks great. What's been the thing that's been challenging you right now with conversations with the humans? Like, what's the? Let me ask it a different way. What's been the conversation that you've had with people to open their mind to the opportunity, no matter what the weather is, geopolitical stuff, all of that? Just to get people to think different and that maybe has opened them up a little bit more to just having a conversation about buy, sell, invest at all.
Yeah, I think, and I don't think this is just the commercial world, but if you're not paying attention to, you don't need to understand the indicators of what's happening geopolitically, but you need to understand the ramifications of what's happening in the markets, because we trade in markets. It doesn't matter if it's commercial or residential. And more conversation, the conversations I'm having a lot more than I've had in the past is not that people are jumping out of the stocks and bonds market right now, but they are divesting. And I know that's not just in the commercial world. So if people are looking to find solid places to park money, and that might be a vacation home or a condo for a family member or something like that, their money is not working for them anymore. And, jumping on Bloomberg and watching that every morning to understand what's going on with the market is going to help you to have an understanding of economy, not just being your local leader in the real estate market, but your economist too, or have a good understanding of that is going to help you, because people are looking for other avenues to park their money right now.
For you, when it comes to, and I know we just talked about a lot of stuff about doing and making sure you're working and all that kind of stuff. We're coming on the season. I feel like we're going to blink our eyes, Pedro. And I've talked about this every year. It's the Tuesday after Labor Day, and I'm driving into the office and I'm thinking to myself, the whole world just came to the seacoast and drank our alcohol, ate our lobster, and like they're just gone. It's just tumbleweeds. And sometimes you feel, as somebody who works here, and we're very spoiled to work here, like, God, did I take time for myself to take a deep breath with my family or whatever? So what do you do on purpose to make sure that you are going to unplug? Because I think we're getting into the season where people are like, oh, I can't take my foot off the gas. I couldn't possibly take time off. Or they're sitting right now coming out of maybe a barren winter where they're like, well, I don't really have the resources to plan to take time off. Like, what do you do to make sure that you're giving your best self to your loved ones and to your clients?
I would say that's a two-part answer. The first being my morning routine. My morning routine from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. is something that's just for me. That has the journaling, the meditation, the rowing, the going for walks. Everything I have set up in my breakfast in the morning and just getting ready for the day. So carving out just time, silent time for yourself, I like to consider it. And then, it's kind of the same answer for lead gen for me. I go in, I do a lot of lead gen, belly to belly, this is a full contact sport, but I do it in arenas of things I love to do. A golf league on Monday coming up at middle of May, racing, a sailboat racing on Tuesdays, work club for dinner on Thursdays. These are all things that I don't like. I'm going because I enjoy them. You don't have to pull me out of bed to get me in front of a dialer. Not that you should be doing that too, but
in a TCPA friendly manner.
Right. I've positioned a lot of what I do to be in good spots to have great conversations with people in my community.
Yeah, great point. To put yourself in a place where you're not searching for the energy, it gives you energy. Like you're happy to be there, and it's a place you enjoy. It's a spot you enjoy playing in. Yeah, I'm going to remind everybody right now because they just opened their website this morning, and I'm just poking the bear because I know that Pedro hates this tournament. The Seacoast board opened up their registration this morning, so everybody else is going to go register. Pedro will not be registering.
If you have 9 hours in your day
It's for the kids.
and really enjoy cold cuts,
It's for the kids. Oh no, no, it's all changed, man. It's all, we had lobster
so it's
thermidor
10
last
and a
year.
half hours now.
Yes, it's 13. So well, you have to pack a breakfast and a sleeping bag. He's not wrong.
Well,
When you go over to Wentworth, it's like Narnia. It is like Narnia over there. Yes.
What I will say to you about that is, if you haven't got out and been part of any of your other board events, start with that one. Because at the end of the day, if you're not networking with other agents outside of our brokerage, you're missing opportunities to make deals go smoother, and you're missing opportunities to build trust for that and to recruit. And if you like that mailbox money every month for profit share,
makes a difference. We've got a couple company events that are coming up next month. Circle Thursday the 14th. We honor our great chairman of the board. Her name is Mo Anderson. Her birthday is perilously close to the 14th. It's always It's always the second Thursday of May because it's always close to her actual birthday. I believe she's going to be 1,000 years old. I'm joking. She's not a spring chicken. She's fantastic. So we have Red Day, Renew, Energize, and Donate. That's coming up on Thursday the 14th. I believe we're making an announcement about the location this week. And then the following week, Wednesday the 20th, we'll be at the Outlook in Berwick for our KWCLM Classic golf event. Registration for that is open too. As registrations go, I'm not here to pick a fight. I'm just making an honest assessment. The Seacoast board is $225 per person. It's $900 per team. We are $600 per team, $150 per person. It's a fantastic location. Kaylee Brackett is going out of her mind putting this thing together, and we're very excited about what we're putting together for you guys. So if you golf, you don't golf, you can join us for lunch. You can just grab a lunch ticket and come hang out for the post festivities where we're going to have raffles and some really cool items. And above and beyond that, if you do golf, make sure you track down 3 people that will do it with you and get your team together for $600. I promise you it'll be worth your while. We register at 7 on Wednesday the 20th, and we tee off shotgun start at 8. We should be in the Big Red Barn doing all the post-game stuff right around 1 o'clock if you're thinking of just getting a lunch ticket. So it's going to be a good time. We're at a new location, and we're super excited. Go ahead.
To be fair, most of us that do golf at this tournament aren't very good. So if you don't golf and you just want to chunk it around, please come out and join us.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yes, yeah. You will not be holding anybody up. Don't worry about it. If you want to make it your first round of golf, by all means. The easiest thing to do is just find some people that are slightly better than you, and they'll keep it moving because it's a scramble after all, which is fantastic. All right, we're going to head out. Pedro joins us historically on the first Monday of the month, but we got jammed up last week. I was off campus, so he's here now. The first Monday of every month, Pedro jumps in with his deep thoughts and his insights on all things real estate, certainly commercial real estate. If you have a question or a referral for Pedro, you can reach him at 339. You have to do the rest for me.
339-224-0912. And I have an admin day today, so this will be one of the better days to catch me. So give me a call. Oh,
you're going to be Typosaurus Rex today?
Yeah, I got a bunch of catch up to do. We had a little Masters week.
You've been busy. What is your favorite day of Masters week? And I know you've been before, right?
Yeah, I've been a couple times. Honestly, Easter Sunday, watching the kids do chip putt and drive, that I love that, seeing these little kids outdrive me at the age of 6.
Yeah.
I love Sunday. I love watching that leaderboard just keep on ticking up was great. Yep. But my favorite time going was the practice round with my son. Out of the 2 times I went was the practice round with my son.
I think I agree with you. The pitch putt and drive is fantastic. I also love Wednesday, family day. When the whole crew is out there is really cool.
R3 is pretty amazing.
And how many hearts broke this year? Victor Hovland hard launched his girlfriend. I haven't seen
That
my
I
wife.
missed.
I haven't seen Janina cry in a long time. She was very upset. He's not Jordan Spieth for her. Jordan Spieth's her actual golf boyfriend, but she loves, I think most women enjoy Victor Hovland. So yes, he hard launched his girlfriend, and I think you could hear the collective heartstrings tear. Anyway, we will be back at it tomorrow. We'd love to see you for Breakthrough. And the Breakthrough Club is every weekday morning, just a rebranding of Fight Club. It's a place for you to go and make sure you're doing the next right thing. It's cameras on, it's microphones off. I know it feels nonsensical. What makes less sense is not doing it. So please join us for that. And then Midday Protocol is going to happen all this week, except for Wednesday. We will not do it. We will be in the midst of the All Partners meeting in Meredith. So if you're heading to contracts and the All Partners meeting, we're Meredith this week, but we'll see you at 12 o'clock today in the Zoom room for the Midday Protocol. Pedro, thank you. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
See you guys.